Welcome all you wonderful people. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty darn good one. So today, excuse me, I hit the microphone. Today, we're going to be looking at that big lovely thing growing in the background back there, and that is the chorus plant. And that is an experiment I have going just to see how tall this thing will grow. And I've tried it a couple times, and it seems to grow in all kinds of different heights when given room. Matter of fact, it'll grow almost double that height. It's a little crazy. So this is the chorus tree. They are found in the end. They only grow on end stone, which is this cheese-looking stuff right here. The thing right there on top of that is that's a closed chorus flower. Now, when they're open, they're still growing, but once they close, as far as I know, that means they're done growing. Now, this is just a regular grown tree. I do want to point out some numbers on this thing. They do not seem to grow more than 3 blocks wide. So basically, if you just want to grow these, and I have not fully tested this, but this is just from my observation. Because I've been playing with these things all day long, and I think I figured out the most efficient way to grow them. But I'm just sharing what I've learned. So basically, if you was to grow them like this, you'd just 1 block, you'd go 1, 2, 3, just like so. And if we stand on this block, you can see this one does not. This one grow out to 2, but they will grow out to 3. Now, so if you're going to grow the full tree, then you would want to go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then plant your another block there and grow and so forth and repeat that pattern. Honestly, if you live in the desert, I think these things would look awesome to have growing out. Matter of fact, I've thought about going out in the woods and just planting them randomly to have them kind of look in these trees here. Maybe not these, because I don't know what I'm doing yet here, but out there just to have the purple growing in. I think they look really cool. But we're going to try to cover everything about the chorus tree, the chorus flower, the chorus fruit. So basically, this is what you got. You need end stone to grow them. You use the chorus flower, which is this thing right here. That's what grows them. Without that, I don't think there's any way to grow them. Now, this is a chorus fruit. This thing serves all kinds of purposes, y'all. One, if you eat it, like so, bloop, you teleport. And it's completely random as far as I know. And I've been told very strictly, as you can see, you will teleport up and down, and it will put you in caverns if you're not careful. Apparently, it's actually a really good way to explore, but I don't see how, because at my testing, it's never teleported me over 4 or 5 blocks. But I'm wondering if you was to seal yourself in a hole, like you dig a big hole and then like eat it, if it would teleport you to the nearest opening. That might be useful, but we're not going to test that because that's a whole episode in itself. But this thing can be used to make all kinds of stuff. One, if you throw it in here, it'll smelt up, and we're using bamboo, so this might take just a little bit longer than normal. There we go. I didn't realize I had 2 stacks of them. It'll smelt up, and it will make a pop chorus fruit, kind of like popcorn. And the pop chorus fruit can be used to make this stuff, purpur. And we'll see here, and we want this one, and you take 4 blocks, just like so. It makes 4 purpur. Now, let's pick that up. The purpur can be done like every other building block. We'll come over here. Purpur. It can be made stairs. A pillar, which looks really cool in my opinion. This actually looks really neat. Slabs, and of course the purpur block, which is, with the popcorn. Alright, so let's put that back. Now, the popped chorus fruit serves one other purpose that personally is one of the reasons why I want it. And that's if you put 1 there and 1 blaze rod, you get end rods. Now, end rods are these lovely, lovely things right here. And, which they're basically lights. Interesting enough, there is actually a light wand, is what it's called, made by, I believe, GE, that I really, really like in real life. Like, I love them. They're battery powered. They're basically a stick that lights up that looks almost exactly like this. Really cool. Sorry, unrelated. But this is the evolutionary life right here, from instaone and flower to coarse fruit to perp to pop to coarse fruit to purpur or end rod. Now, we're going to grow this stuff, and I'm going to grow it with intentions of getting the flowers, and we will be getting the coarse fruit as a side effect. So if you want just if you got tons of flowers and you want just the fruit, this is probably the most efficient way to grow it, or something there like this, because this is going to give you a ton of fruit when you take it down. While you're only going to get 4 flowers from this one, you're probably going to get like, I have no idea, each one of these will give you a fruit. But we're going to try to do it small, efficient, and like I said, I've been testing these. I've planted them 3 blocks apart. I've planted them 2 blocks apart. I've planted them side by side. I've dug trenches around them, seeing if they'll grow straight out and all kinds of stuff. And I think this is the most efficient way. And this is basically our grow area between here, which, if you notice, it's actually lined up with our main garden here. But I'm sure there's more efficient ways. But this is how we're going to do this. We're going to put 1 here, and then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put 1 here. And then we're going to come over here just to show you what we're doing here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 here. So every 4th block. And the reason why we're doing this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th block, we're making what's called a sunflower in the dice. Now, if you've all been watching me for a while, you know I really like sunflowers. I love them. So this is basically what we're making. This is what a 5 on a dice looks like, or it's known as a sunflower. Or I should say a pair of 5s are known as sunflowers. Anyways, and once you've got this pattern, this reason we did it this way is this is super simple to reproduce now. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh, we got ahead of ourselves. And I'm gonna, something I've come to the conclusion: we're going to need a work shovel and not a round the house shovel, because this shovel, with its efficiency 4, is ridiculous. It digs big holes, even when you just tap it. So 1, 2, 3, and boom. All right, now we're going to come back over here, and this is why I said this is super simple. You're going to go between these 2, and you're going to go forward 1, and then 2, and boom. So boom, boom, just like so. And we're going to repeat the pattern over and over. Super easy. And then do. As you notice, basically where I'm on Ultrawide, I'm getting 2 blocks on the corners every time. And I'm just standing on the 3rd block, and we're going all the way across. So 1, yeah, right here. Super easy once you get the pattern started. Oh, we fell in a hole. We forgot to put a block. Dude, it's getting ready to be nighttime. Here come the shadows. Using shaders really changed the gameplay. It really makes things different. And dude, we're going to try to finish this up before night falls. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. And we will return with the sunlight, and we'll actually do some farming. Because, farming is good for you. It's relaxing. It's good for nature. It's healthy. Yeah. Alright. So, we don't need these no more. So, we're going to put that in there. Now, this next little bit is your choice. I was originally going to use fences because I have, believe it or not, I had all these laying around. I've got tons of fences. I made like 6 or 7 stacks of planks and fences one day on accident. Yeah, whole inventory full. So I was originally going to use fences, and we're going to actually use both the first time just to show what we're doing. But I think I'm going to use glass because it looks a little cleaner. It's a little bit harder to see, especially with the shader pack. But I kind of like it. So what we need is, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're going to need our dirt. And we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to stop here real quick. I've experimented with doing 3 and then 4. It does seem to produce slightly more flowers, but to go 4 high, you have to jump on it, and it takes longer to do, and I'm trying to do this the quickest way as possible. Now, I think it actually looks better if you go 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, so forth. But I'm not going to do that. We're just going to stick with the 3, just like so, all the way around. And just like this. Oh my goodness. See, 3 is even harder on its own. 4 just makes it too difficult. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so we'll do the other rows here in a minute. I'm going to show y'all real quick what we're basically going to be doing. So we're going to be taking. Actually, you know what? That's an idea. I have a genius idea here. We're going to be going glass, 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 or fence, 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 just like that. Now, we need our shovel because, you know, super fast. And we're going to go bloop, bloop, leaving those floating in there. Now, the reason glass I think looks a little better is it's a lot harder to see. But for doing this with y'all, the reason why I'm showing the fence primarily is see how much easier it is to see the fence. Now, I may actually go 4 high in the centered block there. I don't think so. I think we're going to stick with the 3. But then we're going to take our flower, and we're going to plant it there, and we're going to plant it there. Now, basically, it's going to grow up and see that this is a wall, and then flowers are going to bloom around. Now, this is completely random from what I can tell. And I'm going to go ahead and fill these in. And we're going to come back and we're going to get our garden going. And we will show you exactly how this works. And hopefully we'll get tons of flowers. Making dirt towers. Running out of dirt. Making dirt towers. Takes forever to do. Dun dun. And messing up always slows things down. Okay, so let's get this glass on. There's got to be a more efficient way to do this. I really give mad props to you builders out there. Now, granted, there's a difference between building farms and creative building. But man, building takes so long for me in Minecraft. Like, I like building things, and I really love doing these farms because I really enjoy the technical aspect of why things work. But man, oh man. It's just making myself dizzy here. Going in circles around and around. And then I got to go back here in just a minute and do it again with the fences because I'm doing it, you know, mixing it up. Keeping it fresh. Don't want it to look too uniformed. It's kind of like a chessboard. I'm stuck. Round and round we go. Where the brain stops, I have no idea. Oh, no. No, not this one. Alright, let's put in the flare and pillow dirt. Round and round we go. It's like a roller coaster. Like, yeah, that's what it's like riding that thing at the carnival. You know, those seats spin around in circles. Oh. Yeah. Where's that zombie? Okay. We're almost done with this part of the project. Quick as possible. Trying to rush the sun. Kind of having fun now that I've gotten dizzy. Little seasick. Not gonna lie. Just a tiny bit. Oh. Whew. Okay. And do. Almost there. Oh my goodness. Don't eat before doing this. You may lose your dinner, or your lunch, or your breakfast. Is that it? Are we done? Yeah, kind of like the way that looks. All right, so now let's get rid of all this extra junk. We don't need it no more. It's in my inventory. We don't need it taking up space. All right, so now this is the funnest part. Shovel. Just be careful not to break your glass, because the glass is fragile, but you shouldn't be able to break. Don't want to do that either. This is why. This is why you need a work shovel. Not a. You know, we got. This is the grind shovel. This is for digging out huge chunks of dirt that go for days. But this is the fun part. This is the most rewarding bit. It's all like kind of like the cutting down the mushroom. So rewarding. All right, so this is what our end goal is. Preferably with more than one. That's where the flowers, from what I've experienced so far, the bit of the flowers is a bit of a mixed basket. With every one of these, you're going to get at least one flower back, but it's also going to cost one flower. And like I said, you're going to get more. Well, that's very strange. That's the second time that's happened. You know, that don't happen. That's normally not very common for that to happen. Anyways, so we're going to put flower. We're going to try to do as quickly as possible so they're all growing together. Doot. Oh, we ran out of flowers. Wow. Okay, that's fine. We can. That's part of the fun. Recycle. Some of these will grow too, and we'll go ahead and harvest those two. And we'll fill up the rest of the garden with them. Let's see, two. Having some fun farming. It makes you feel so good, so healthy. Grows the great veggies and stuff for your systems. Is there any more too? No? Okay, one more. Ooh, I didn't ever notice it makes noises before. It's kind of gross sounding. Okay, so we need one. Well, we need two more. One to harvest and one to plant back. All right, so here's the thing. When they grow, if they grow like this, as far as I know, they're done. That's it. It's not going to grow no more. If you want to leave them, you can to see. In my testing, they're not going to, which really kind of confuses me, because this, when they're done growing, the flowers close. See how they're closed? These, they don't seem to do that. Like, at least using this method. I don't know. You can shoot those off there if you want with a bow. I don't know why it does that. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that. And we're going to replant this thing and see how it grows a second time. Now, quick word of advice. When you do this with a bow, hit and get back. Because y'all hear those arrows hit the ground? You can hurt yourself. It's quite painful. It is literally just like shooting yourself. But as you can see, these grow fairly reliable. They're quick. Some of them will produce one, some of them will produce two. Sometimes you'll get lucky like this and you'll get three. But the reason why we went this height is now you want to make sure that before you go in here and start harvesting that they've all sprouted. And this takes just about 5-10 minutes for them to all to sprout out. Sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it's a little bit slower. But basically, this is just this height. You can go through and be like bloop, 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 bloop. And you can take, you know, the flowers without having to do this. Now, like I said, in my testing, doing the center block, or, well, what I'm calling the center block, basically the short rows, 4 tall. Or, I mean, you could probably even do the outer rows. It doesn't matter. Just doing one of the rows across through here, 4 tall rather than 3 tall, does seem to yield slightly better results, but at the same time, you have to look up and down, and this can be a little bit more automatic. Now, if you want to automate this a little bit more, you can use water, which I'll show you here in just a second. I'm trying to make sure we've gotten a bunch. There's one still hasn't sprouted. Matter of fact, while they're sprouting, let's do. Can I? No, I can't. Wow. I'm trapped inside the chorus fruit. While they're doing their thing, I actually want to go and put some lights in here. And I've been thinking about this, and I'm trying to decide how to do these. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to come in, not on the, we may do one on the perimeter, the very corners, but in the center of these blocks, I'm going to come in and put a light or glowstone, just like this. Just because it has a little bit of light out here. I'm pretty sure it has no effect on them growing whatsoever. If light does help, well, then we got a little bit of light out here. Plus, you don't have to worry about anything spawning inside your farm, inside the farm this way, because there will be light up in here, and it just kind of looks nice. Now, like I said, there's lots of ways to do this. You could put this up at one level and add a water system to it, which I'm going to show you how that works here in just a second. Can't get to the block. I can't get to the block I want to. They're growing on me. Oh, you get trapped in here. It's be a fun thing to do somebody on a surfer. Grow coarse food all around them so they can't get out. Because you can't crouch under it. You just kind of have to work your way around. Oh. I'm trapped. Our route of escape. No. No. How do I get out? How do I get out? Okay. Well, I guess we'll do this as we do this. Let's make sure all of them are grown. It looks like it. All right. So we're going to go through, and I'm just going to get the flowers very carefully. Oh, that one hasn't finished growing yet. We'll leave it. We'll get it when we come back around. Oh, see, now I didn't want to do that. That one hasn't finished growing yet either. See, some of them take a little bit longer than others. Okay, so we had one grow. Oh, we missed a spot here. We missed a... I need to fix that before I forget about it. Which one was it? Yes. That's why you leave it open. Alright. Now, like I saying, you can automate this with water, and I want to go ahead and get all these flowers before I show you this. Basically, what you would do is either use the trapdoor method, like what you do with an auto harvest farm, and have water, pour out, and then the trapdoors close. Or you can use a series of dispensers if you want to get fancy. Get all fancy smancy. And have them, by a button, put water out. Now, as far as I know, once these have grown like this and you take the flowers, they will not grow more flowers. They have to have a flower to grow flowers. And, oh, man, this is almost like, this is crazy. This is so compact and like lumped up in here. All right, so now, what am I talking about using dispensers and water? Hold on, let me get my last one. We're going to take our bucket of water, and basically I'm going to come over here, and we're going to say, what? Right here. And as you can see, all except for this one, which was just on the edge here. Oh, we missed a flower. How did I miss a flower? And then now, if you do this, I'd actually suggest putting hoppers down. This is just a way to harvest it faster. Now you could put fence around. That's actually what I would do. Honestly, with this setup, using water to knock them down. Now, if you do this, you will not get flowers if you don't take the flowers off first. That is an absolute, unquestionable thing. Where's that one we didn't get a... Okay. Now, we missed one right there. We missed a whole row. How did we do that? But that's basically a simple coarse flute or coarse farm. And as you can see, one trip through, we got more than enough flowers to regrow. We got plenty of coarse fruit. So now we could just go back and be like, do. And we can make, we pretend we're in the chorus. Make a little song. Do. Aha. And do it just like so. Da-da-do-da-dee. I'm not really good at making music. And there we go. There you go, y'all. That is a basic, simple chorus farm. Should honestly produce more than enough resources of what you want. And like I said, you can automate it. Like, you could go like dispenser water, or whatever, because it goes out like 5 or 6 blocks from it. But that's too much work. I'm lazy. But we're gonna wrap it up there. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, smack that thumbs up button. It's down there with the subscribe button. If you're new here, and hit that. I'd love to have you along ride. If you want to get my videos notification when I make posts or whatever, hit that little bell and go ding, ding, ding. Fair warning, I post at 6 a.m. Eastern, so I'll make a good alarm clock almost every day but Tuesdays right now. And we will be resuming Tuesdays shortly, probably. Like I said, if you comment below, got any questions, suggestions, or tips, if you just want to say hi, share if you would so others find it easier, helps them out, helps me out, and it's an amazing thing to do. Remember, y'all, stay safe, have fun, and game on.